On a Tuesday morning in March, I was making coffee when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. No name. Just a message. Your husband Charlie has another family. A woman named Jasmine. 2 children. He has been living a double life for 6 years. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I laughed. I actually laughed. Because that was insane. That was the kind of thing that happens in movies. Not to me. Not to us. Charlie and I had been married for 8 years. We had a home, a dog, a life we built together from nothing. I put my phone down, finished my coffee, drove to work. But I couldn't stop thinking about that message. By lunchtime, I was shaking. Charlie and I met when we were 23. He was charming, funny, the kind of man who remembered your coffee order after one date. We dated for 3 years before he proposed, on a beach in Portugal. He got down on one knee and said, "I have never wanted anything more than I want a life with you." I said yes before he even finished the sentence. We got married in 2015. Small wedding, 60 people. His mother cried the whole ceremony. My father gave a speech that made everyone laugh. It was perfect. For the first few years, everything was perfect. Charlie worked in logistics, long hours, frequent travel. I was a primary school teacher. Different worlds, but it worked. We worked. We talked about having children constantly. We had names picked out, a boy and a girl. We were just waiting for the right time. We were always waiting for the right time. I understand now why he kept saying it wasn't the right time. After that text message, I did what any rational person would do. I told myself it was a lie, a prank, someone jealous, someone cruel. But that night, when Charlie came home, I watched him differently. The way he put his phone face down, the way he angled the screen away when he typed, the way he said, "Just work stuff," before I even asked. Had he always done that? Or was I only just noticing? I didn't say anything. I smiled, I made dinner, I laughed at his jokes. And at 2 a.m., when he was asleep, I picked up his phone. His passcode was our wedding anniversary. It had been for years. He never changed it. He never thought he needed to. The first thing I saw was a contact saved as J, logistics partner. 247 messages, voice notes, photos. I sat on the bathroom floor for 2 hours, reading every single one. There was a woman named Jasmine, 2 children, a boy, 5, a girl, 3. Charlie called them his whole heart in a message from Christmas morning. Christmas morning. The same morning he kissed me and told me I was his whole world. I put his phone back exactly where I found it, went back to bed, lay next to him in the dark, and I made a decision. I was not going to cry. I was not going to scream. I was going to find out everything. Every single thing. And then I was going to make sure he lost it all. I spent the next 3 weeks becoming a completely different person. On the outside, nothing changed. I was Sophie, Charlie's wife, smiling, cooking dinner, asking about his day. On the inside, I was building a case. I hired a private investigator, paid cash, told nobody. Within 10 days, he had everything. An address, photographs, Charlie arriving with shopping bags, playing in the garden, tucking the children into bed. A whole life, a whole family, built on the same lies he told me every day. But then something happened I didn't expect. The investigator told me Jasmine had hired him too. She got the same message, word for word. She had no idea I existed. We were both being played at the same time for 6 years. He asked if I wanted to meet her. I said yes. We met in a coffee shop on a Wednesday afternoon. I didn't know what to expect. Anger, jealousy. But when she walked in, she looked exactly how I felt. Exhausted, betrayed, empty. She sat down, looked at me, and said, "He told me he was divorced." 6 years, 2 children. She gave up her career for him. She thought they were going to get married. There was always a reason to wait, just like me. We sat there for 4 hours, and by the end, we weren't 2 women destroyed by the same man. We were 2 women with a plan. Two weeks later, I asked Charlie to go to dinner. Just us. He looked relieved, like everything was normal again, like nothing had changed. He had no idea. Halfway through dinner, I said, "There's someone I want you to meet." He frowned, and then Jasmine walked in. I will never forget his face. Confusion, recognition, then panic. Real panic. For 6 years, he controlled everything. Not anymore. "It's not what you think. I was going to tell you. I love you both." Both. Jasmine looked at him and said, "You don't get to love people like this." I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just saw him for who he really was. And we stood up and walked out. Together. That was 14 months ago. Charlie lost everything. His business, his reputation, his stability. Jasmine is raising her children. She went back to work. She's rebuilding. And me? I left the house, left the life, started over. How do I know all this? Because Jasmine and I still talk. Not every day, but sometimes you go through something like that with someone, and it connects you. Do I miss him? Sometimes. I miss who I thought he was. But that man never existed. And I would rather grieve a lie than live inside one. Have you ever trusted someone completely and then realized you never really knew them at all? Write one word, just one, because sometimes one word says everything. This is The Dark Confessions. This was Sophie's story. But next time, it can be yours.